Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yes, welcome to Drinkin' Bros. Ross's final destination continues. Was supposed to be on a plane yesterday with the entire family to go back to Texas, and all the flights got canceled due to storms in Dallas. Yes. Endless summer, dude. That's why I got the visor, Dan.
Yeah, I see that.
Now, what you don't see, can you see the bottom of it here? There it is.
It says Carolina Beach. What are you talking about?
This.
Oh, where it's see-through, yeah.
Yeah, it's now that is prescription. So, you know, I can see I can see pretty much Mars with this through it, and they're very expensive visors. It was probably $1,200, I think.
I don't think any of that's true.
No, none of it's true. But is anything in the world that's going on today true? How was your long weekend, Dan? Was it like Kamala's? Did you have a good, nice long weekend?
Yeah, I did actually have a really good weekend, but traveling for me, like the last 2 weeks, has been a shit show. There's all this weather, quote unquote, weather that's happening, and I'm looking it up on my phone. I'm like, yeah, there's no weather there. What are you talking about? Maybe it's just 35,000 feet in the sky. I don't know. I mean, I'm
not sure, but you and I now, this is 2 weeks in a row. It's Dallas. We can't get in or out of Dallas. I was on, you take one of these puddle jumpers from Wilmington, and you usually stop someplace, either Dallas or Charlotte, and I can never get in and out of Dallas. That's the worst goddamn airport, and it's always storms that are non-existent. I'm not sure what's going on in Dallas.
Yeah, what about the climate in Dallas is making it fucking rain so much? It's not a coastal town. I mean, shit.
I don't understand it, and I hate that fucking airport as is. So you got to take that tram that's like miles and miles long.
It is the worst
like highways.
Airport, yeah. It's by far the worst airport in the country, I think.
None of it makes sense there in Dallas, but we're happy to be with you here today. Did she ever go back on that tweet, Kamala Harris, by the way?
I mean, I think she posted some other stuff. I don't know if she addressed that one in particular, but, I don't know. A lot of people tweeted a lot of stuff yesterday. So, how do you choose what to be mad? I mean, I didn't respect her opinion in the first place, so it didn't bother me that she said that. That's kind of what I expect to hear from somebody like her that's never sacrificed anything in her entire life.
Yeah, strange. Super strange, but yeah, she didn't say anything about it. And then, I'm in a little Twitter spat myself right now, Dan. Apparently people were not happy that I said that the rich tennis players should fucking just go teach or go coach somewhere, like play locally. You don't have to be a fucking tennis player anymore if you don't want to do press.
So I'm hearing something about some tennis player who is maybe has social anxiety disorder and is upset about what's going on with that. Explain it to me, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I saw it on ESPN, but I didn't really read into it.
Naomi Osaka is her name. She's the number 2 tennis player in the world. She beat Serena Williams in that famous match in 2018 where Serena was screaming at the ref and it took this girl's moment, blah, 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 blah. The fans were against her. She's always seemed a little off, but like, if you're a child star like that, look, social and all the other shit. It's another Jennifer Capriati situation. So she said she didn't feel comfortable doing press and hates doing media. Well, that's mandatory when you're a professional athlete on any single sport, right?
Right.
So the French Open was fining her $15,000 a day, and then they said, look, if you stop doing it, we might disqualify you from the tournament. And then she just quit. And she said, I've got mental health issues and I'm going to take some time off and do that. And all of that is fine, right? Nobody's forcing you to be a professional tennis player and make millions of dollars. If you do have mental health issues, obviously it's a serious thing. Take some time off. But people are pissed, man, that it was just like, hey, no one's forcing you to be a professional athlete. And everybody's like, no, professional athletes shouldn't have to do media. That's what sells the fucking sport, dude. That's it. I'm not sure. You can go back to Marshawn Lynch on this one. Even he just got up on the podium and said, look, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, I mean, I get that whole thing, but it's a this is a confluence of two factors. One, people that don't understand that professional sports is a television show. It is a drama that unfolds in front of people who enjoy that sport, people who can, they see it as them being able to live vicariously through people who are great at something that they enjoy doing, right? Mm-hmm. That's part of it. The other part of it is, and a lot of people seem to not understand that, people who are taking these like weirdly abstract social justice positions, and I call it that because, you know, a career criminal getting or dying while being apprehended, even if the tactics were unsound, versus China with 1,200 fucking concentration camps. You know what I mean? It's very abstract the way they frame all the shit. The other part of it is that these people think that what they're feeling is just reality. And while it is reality for you, everybody has been in relationships, whether it be with a partner, business partner, friends, whatever the fuck it is. And it is easy when things are stressful and going wrong to get mad at each other. Like you think you're doing all the work and everybody else is doing nothing. You think that you're putting in all the effort and your partner's not putting in anything. It's never, well, sometimes it might be the case, but it's very rarely the case. What is really happening is that everybody's trying and life is tough. So these people think that because they feel this way, that that's an excuse to not have to go do things. No, you still have to live in society. It is not a right to be a professional athlete. It is a privilege, just like everything else, right? It's one you got to work for. And why would you, how do you not know as a human being of any age, particularly in the West, that is what sports is? People don't give a fuck about people don't mimic Tiger Woods' golf swing, really. They wear the red shirt and they imitate the fist pump. You know what I mean? They didn't fucking try to start a business like Michael Jordan. They fucking wore his jersey and put their tongue out of their mouth when they're shooting a jump shot or when they're doing layups. You know, it's about the brand. It's about the personality. That's what sells this shit. That's why you're able to live this comfortable life. Just do it. Nike got it right.
Yeah. It is, and I just don't understand why you got into something. Because I always had the same feeling about actors, right? Where it's like Sean Penn or fucking Joaquin Phoenix, who was just like, oh, I don't want to do press. I don't want to do interviews for these movies or whatever. It was like, all right, well, cool, man. Nobody's forcing you to be a movie star. That's what it is. Like, and same with tennis. Like, you know that's part of the job. That is half the fucking job, is doing press, usually before and afterwards, for any single sport. Same with movie stars. And I said the same thing about movie stars. If you don't want to do press, go do fucking dinner theater in Bob's hometown in fucking St. Louis or whatever. Like, nobody's going to be mad at you if you're, the spaghetti warehouse solving a murder mystery. Meanwhile, somebody's got, chicken parm on table 6. No one cares. So, like, acting is acting. If you don't want to do press, go do that. If you don't want to play professional sports, nobody's forcing you. Go be a fucking teacher.
Yeah.
Go teach at a country club. I mean, shit. I don't get it. And then to make such a huge deal out of this, Jesse had touched on it this morning on Ross Patterson Revolution, where she was like, there's people with like real PTSD out in the world who have like mental and health issues. We're not going to put this girl on the same fucking playing field as them, where you just don't want to do press because you're anxious about it. Like, no.
One thing
people are just calling her a fucking hero today, all day long.
One thing I'll say about Naomi Osaka that probably a lot of people don't realize, and I think I agree with you that it's stupid that she, like, broadly stupid that she could act, that she would say, like, well, I'm just not going to do press for this while all of my opponents still have to do it. I don't think she is way more famous than she ever intended to be. She's not that big in America. Like, people know who she is in America. In Japan, she's a god, and in Europe, she couldn't walk down the street.
And that's been the case for a while, right? She started pretty, was she like 13 or some shit when she first started on the...
But she got huge in like 16 or 17, 2016, 2017. Like, she is hyper fit. Like, in Japan, she's like Justin Bieber famous. And in Europe, she's still like, could not sit in like at a cafe and eat.
Right.
Yeah. But that's the gig. And you know that going in. There is no part of you that plays anything professionally in this world, in any field, where there isn't an opportunity for you to get massively famous, that's part of it. If you don't want that, don't do it. So, I mean, the next thing for me that I'm curious is to see if she actually sits out for a long period of time or just doesn't ever play again. To me, that would be being serious about mental health issues and taking care of yourself. If she does fucking Oprah and then comes back in a few months to play the U.S. Open, what the fuck? So I'm not really sure. It seems very, very odd. She had these weird, like, cryptic tweets, very Britney Spears, fucking pre-head shave. And, you know, that's the gig. You know, getting into it, what you're doing, whatever your intentions are, even if you don't intend to be that famous, there's still a possibility of it. It's like buying a lottery ticket. Chances are you're not going to win, but there is a chance you're going to be massively rich and then fucking deal with that shit.
Well, the other part of that is that if the people who benefit most from society or from any institution, whatever it happens to be, have the most responsibility to give back, right? So if you're a billionaire in the United States and you and the government is having to come feed hungry people, I think you're fucked. I think you're failing at your fucking job. If you got that much shit and you've benefited from the society that we live in, you should not be funding politicians. You should be giving money to people who need it, food to people who need it, etc. If you become incredibly famous and wealthy because of this fan base, then you owe it to that fan base to talk to them. That's how it is. Like, I'm not a huge fan of being in social situations at all, right? But we do events fucking 3 times a month, typically. You know what I mean? Because people care, which means it's my responsibility to care in return for that shit. And but beyond that, look, I don't know what it's like to be that famous. I have no idea what it's like to have your every move watched all the time. So I do have some sympathy for that shit because I'm not a big fan of attention either, to be honest. I mean, despite this shit, I do this shit to challenge myself. And maybe that's what she's going to do. Maybe she does take some time off and come back relatively soon or late or whatever the fuck. And if she's challenging herself, I don't want to doubt the fact that she's being serious about this, but I also don't see what's heroic about it exactly. I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing to be ashamed of. If it's a legit thing and she's having to fucking deal with it in that way, there's nothing to be ashamed of. But it also doesn't make you a hero just to get up and fucking go to work every day. You know what I mean? Just do your goddamn job.
I just I don't understand it. I mean, even having a podcast, dude, there's a shot you're going to be really famous. Like, it comes with the fucking territory, you know? It's odd. We'll see what happens next with her. I don't really know what to think, to be honest with you, because I remember when she beat Serena in 2018 and she was crying and was kind of a mess in these interviews. It was like, I don't know. But I also wouldn't force my kid to go be a superstar athlete that young. I mean, shit, I don't know anybody that's ever been a real good idea.
Right.
So we'll see. The next thing I wanted to chat about is this is the breaking news here is this 1/5 of the capacity has been wiped out for meat. There's a supply fear. Hackers have now gone after the meat, and they're saying that there's possibly a ransom being negotiated. How the fuck can you hack meat?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I haven't seen this. Let me, I think I saw that article.
This is happening right now. And if you live in a town that is predominantly white with Karens, you better go out and buy all the meat you can because it's going to be gone.
Yeah, they're going to go full toilet paper on this shit. That's why
it says 1/5 of the U.S. beef capacity has been wiped out by a JBS cyber attack.
I'm sorry, what was the result of the attack, though? I mean, you can't hack a cow. So what the fuck happened? They hacked some system and the meat got thawed out and ruined or something? Or what the fuck happened?
It says that it's shut down the world's largest slaughterhouses. And then there are signs that the closures are spreading. JBS's 5 biggest beef plants in the United States, which altogether handle 22,500 cattle a day, have halted processing following a weekend attack on companies' computer networks. Holy shit.
That's really weird.
Really weird.
But this is something that that Jared talked about 2 years ago. I mean, you know, we thought, look, it's Jared. He says a lot of crazy shit, but he was talking about how Brazil specifically was hoarding all the fucking beef resources and chicken and shit like that. And now we see the result of something like that when there is an emergency. If this isn't, I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. This is the weirdest shit I've ever heard of in my life. Although it does make sense. And it also calls into question who's doing it. 100 years ago, I would have said, or not even 120 years ago, I would have said it's some government, but shit. Now people attack the same infrastructure just to hold it ransom that people used to attack as acts of war. You know what I mean? It's very bizarre these days with the internet and everything.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you look at it, just the last 4 weeks here, we're about to have a beef shortage because of a cyber attack. We already had that gas shortage, and then they paid, you know, those hackers and that to turn the shit on immediately the next day. I mean, you've gone after energy, now you're going after food. If you can't figure this the fuck out, what's to stop them from getting people's bank accounts and all that other? That's got to be next, one would imagine.
Right. Well,
everything we do is digital.
I'm sure they're always after that bullshit either way, right? I mean, fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean, look, shit, looking at all of it, I mean, dude, we've got this shortage of computer chips that is affecting everything. Phones, computers, cars, trucks, like all of it. Why are there was an article this morning of why the world is running out of everything.
Right.
I don't know. And the reason why is like, dude, we've been inside, most people, not you and I, but most people have been inside around the world for the better part of a year. Did everybody just go outside and just buy a bunch of shit with all the government money? Like,
maybe.
What is it?
I mean, the computer chip thing is because China's not making them.
And that's
right?
it.
Or they're not giving.
They're not shortage. They're just saying fuck you guys.
They're not giving them to us at least, right? I mean, who knows? They've not been honest about anything during this entire process. So why would what's the expectation here that China's all of a sudden playing ball, that they're on the fucking level playing field with everybody else and have their head above water? I doubt it, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, according to this one article here, it says that, you know, by keeping inventories thin during this whole time, major retailers have been able to use some more of their space to you know, display a wider array of goods. But the goods that you're running out of now that this shit is over, I mean, dude, the UK reported no cases today whatsoever.
Yeah,
of COVID. So like, now that this shit is over, do we just not order enough because you didn't know when the world was going to be back open? Or look, the China thing with the chips, I don't get either, because we could build that shit here. I don't know why the fuck we were relying on China for that. Would it be a little more expensive? Yes, but once you get off that teat, you're good to go at that point.
Well, I've already been through this. We don't need to do it here.
No,
we don't. Not at all. We need to do exactly what I said, which is to build, help Chile mine its lithium and other rare earth minerals for batteries and chips, and put semiconductor plants in all the countries where people are fleeing to come here, so they will stay there and make their own money. And it keeps China the fuck out of our bullshit. I mean, it's it's not going to happen. So it's a fucking pipe dream. I'm not even going to rail on it anymore. But something I will rail on though is AMC. What's the price at right now?
I got it. Have it up the whole time. $31.82.
Man, it is kissing 32. Reason being, movie theaters, dude. Memorial Day weekend back. Quiet Place, $60 million this weekend. The other one that was the oddest one to me was that Cruella, because that Emma Stone movie, simply because it was available for free on Disney Plus. And you know, every parent in America has that goddamn thing. The fact that it was available for free on streaming and it made $27 million in the box office is people want to get out and go to the movies. So AMC is through the fucking roof right now. Diamond hands on that shit.
Yeah, it's got another couple of jumps left
easily
to go. So at least, I would say at least two more this year. There's going to be another big one whenever the Top Gun movie comes out.
Yep.
And
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, then there will probably be we'll see what happens. I don't know what the programming is for Christmas. What's the big Christmas movie this year?
West Side Story is
God.
I don't think that's going to be it.
that's the one I know for sure is Christmas.
I think it will
But
be
there
it,
is-
Bob. As much as I hate to say it, it's Spielberg.
Yeah, it's a Spielberg. There's a couple Marvel movies in the pipe.
I don't think people give a fuck about that shit right now, to be honest. I mean, that'll be good for China, which I don't know how many AMCs are in China, but, you know, whatever. I don't know how that's going to work out, to be honest. I'm talking about just if AMC. Like, what do people care about here in the United States? Don't you think there's some hero fatigue at this point?
So I've got West Side Story. Spider-Man 3 will be out December 17th. The next Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. out. And then The Matrix 4 will be releasing in theaters and on HBO Max on December 22nd. Oh, and fuck. I guess they finally made the Wicked movie. Another musical.
Oh, yes, they did.
And that comes out December 22nd as well.
I don't even know what that means.
Man, that's a lot of movies. They'll probably shift a couple of those, to be real with you. I know. Look, I know people are moving up, taking over time slots that were open because they wanted to capitalize on this. It was very, very smart of A Quiet Place to do this weekend because every theater's back at full capacity and all that shit. And man, they fucking love it. You know, your boy directed that from The Office, John Krasinski.
Well, this is part 2. And they're gonna make a second movie with no dialogue.
Yeah.
And the first one did well. Did you guys watch this? I've never seen it.
It's pretty good. It was surprising too because it's like what Emily Blunt and Krasinski wrote it, like a horror movie.
Well, they're married, right?
Yeah, but then you watch it and it's actually fucking great.
Yeah, man. The reviews are through the roof. People liked it more than the first one, they said. And you know, look, that's going to continue. If you look at that, all right. So June 25th, you got Fast and Furious coming out. Shit, if Top Gun would have stayed at that 4th of July, fucking forget it.
Yeah,
dude.
you would have
That
been able
been
to
game over.
You would have been able to sell. Probably.
Man, that would have been a fucking monster, dude. But you know, I guess Thanksgiving is fine too. It's a big holiday weekend.
Yeah.
But you know, fucking Miles Teller was out with Aaron Rodgers in Hawaii. He got a little rap on the beak this weekend.
For what?
He got season. So they're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Vacationing together. The Aaron Rodgers thing, man, I could rail on for years. It's got to be asexual or something, but like Miles Teller used to date Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, when they were in that what was the name
Divergent
of it?
movie together, yeah.
Well, 3 of them. So
yeah. And then, you know, they're not dating, but then the 4 of them go on a couple's like vacation to Hawaii.
Right.
Hawaii is one of those places where like if you're a celebrity, there's 2 hotels pretty much you go to and you go to the same restaurants.
Right.
And a wedding planner alleged that he owed him $60K, saw the pictures online where they were hanging out and just waited at this restaurant for him, waited for him to go into the bathroom and fucking punch him in the face.
Oh, wow. Why?
The wedding planner claims that Miles Teller owed him $60,000 from when him and his wife got married there like 5 years ago.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can afford that, so maybe just ask him for the money. Instead of getting yourself arrested. That's stupid.
Well, the odder thing about it was he didn't file for like assault charges. And it's one of those things where you're like, wait a minute. Do you owe the guy 60 grand? Because usually you just file an assault charge and move on with your day if it was just a random crazy person.
Right. Maybe. Yeah, he's probably going to do that.
So I don't know, but the fact that they're all just raging together in Hawaii endlessly is it's weird, man. Like, would you ever go out with your fucking ex-girlfriend and her husband and fucking do shit?
No, that's weird.
Not in 1 million years
No.
would that happen. So yeah, the 4 of them are all fucking around down there in Hawaii. Aaron Rodgers is living his best life. He's definitely not going back to Green Bay then.
It seems unlikely. I mean, that was he doesn't really post stuff like that very frequently.
No.
Or allow it to be posted. He's pretty private with his personal life for the most part. So that coming out on the day that OTA started seemed a little thumb in the eye, didn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe who knows? Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe that's just the day they happened to show up there. Who the fuck knows? But it does seem like the optics seem like he did that on purpose or allowed that to happen on purpose.
We'll see, man. There's a rumor going around down here. I don't put much stock into it that the Saints are the favorite to trade for him.
Maybe. I mean, Michael Thomas is the best receiver in football, right?
Yeah. Look, you got Kamara in the backfield. Shit, that's a great goddamn team you'd be walking into. You'd be able to compete for a Super Bowl with that team immediately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, any of the teams he would go to, I believe you could compete immediately. Denver is one of the ones that was mentioned that I think might need a little help in the receiving core, even after bringing him over. But we'll see, right? I mean, that defense is pretty fucking legit.
Yeah,
and they've got homeboy coming back this year healthy. So it seems like they could get it done. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't remember who it was. Fuck, I was listening to the ESPN the other day. Somebody was talking about how the Green Bay Packers are going to decide where Aaron Rodgers plays football next year. They're either going to convince him to play there, or they're going to have to fucking convince him where they're trading him to. Right? I mean, it's like which deal to accept. So I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's a Green Bay Packer. He's a Packers quarterback. That's who he is, right? And I'm sure he feels that in some level too.
Yeah, it'll be strange to see him somewhere else. And I mean, especially with only a couple years left. Like, he's only got, probably 3 good years, unless he goes full Brady and plays till he's fucking 45 years old.
Yeah, who knows? But, I mean, he stays in pretty good shape, so.
Yeah, so and with the new rules in place, like not a lot of quarterbacks get hurt unless you're running.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, man, he could be fine. Do I need to go fucking get a goddamn cow, man? I mean, this just keeps popping up. Do we need to start buying cows?
Yeah, probably. Just go cow nap something.
How hard is it to get a cow up to the second? We're on the second floor there in the studio.
I don't know that they can walk upstairs very well.
The old wives' tale is that they can walk upstairs but not downstairs. So once we bring it up, we have to kill it.
Well, that's what we're gonna do anyways. I mean, like, we're not gonna fucking murder it. We're gonna butcher it, right?
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, we're gonna let it live in the studio for a good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, shit, why not? Yeah, we'll let it live
8 to
here.
12 weeks. I think it'd be fine, just right there in the main room, in the big room.
You're probably right.
By the way, happy Pride Month, Dan. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
thanks.
that gays had their own month now.
Yeah, everybody does.
That's great. It's June, too. That's a fun one.
Yeah, why not?
Shirtless.
It's a good
sweaty.
time for that reason. It's a good time for Pride Month for sure, right?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you want to have Pride Month in the month when dudes can wear fucking weird ass clothes and party in the streets. But I don't know what people do for Pride Month. What do you do?
I mean, look.
Are they like? Do they have like
a bunch of fucking shirtless parties, dude? Rub each other with oil and fucking go hard.
But don't the people?
A lot of MDMA.
Don't the people who want to do that just do it anyways now? Like all the time, whenever they feel like it.
If there's not a month telling me what I should do, I probably don't do it, Dan. That's just me.
Maybe. I guess. I mean, it is a lot to keep up with.
Oh, fuck, man. Breaking news as far as that's Discovery deal. I know I talked about it a little bit last week where Discovery Channel. So AT&T sold for $1 gajillion.
Right.
And they're breaking up the media angles of it. And as far as like Warner Brothers goes and HBO and CNN, they're all going to fold into Discovery Plus, which is weird. You're essentially now just creating your own cable network, but you're getting out of cable. I don't know what to think and what you're going to do with a bulk of channels like that, unless you're just going to buy up everything else and create your own channel.
Well, maybe they're going Peacock style, where it's going to isolate all the historical content somewhere that people have to pay a premium for. That seems to be the next move.
Yeah, so the new channel here, they're going to name it Warner Brothers Discovery. And they put a fun little flirty
Is it an actual channel or is it an app?
It'll be an app.
Exactly.
It'll be an app.
So they're going to do
And
the same thing.
I'm sure there'll be some form of channel with it.
Like Disney Plus bought all of National Geographic. I mean, I guess that came with Fox when they bought Fox, maybe. I don't know if that was a subsidiary still, but it was part of Fox at some point. But yeah, that's the game. That's the game plan now. The companies that can afford to do it, they can afford to pay Guy Fieri $800 million to license his content, for example, and to pay for everything else. They're going to start using their money to leverage purchasing all that content that exists. They're going to put it behind a paywall, and you're going to be paying for it forever.
Yes. But what do you, my question is this. All right, just looking at this deal here and looking at how much shit they have now, what do you pay for this app? Because if you're getting $15.99 right now for HBO,
right,
or HBO Max is what it's called. What do you get for all of this shit? Because dude, I know my mom's got Discovery Plus because she loves all that bullshit on there. But dude, $15.99 isn't going to be enough for all of this shit. Is this going to be like a $25 app? I guess is the question.
I don't know if it needs to be. I mean, they make their money over the course of a long period of time, and it's the same model every single time. I doubt a whole lot of our listeners are old enough to remember when cable television became a thing. I certainly don't remember it, but I do remember seeing a lot of the old ads, or not the old ads, but the old, yes. So the old ads that people used to run on cable networks, like completely new subscription service, completely ad free, right? Blah, blah, blah. And then it became, littered with advertisements everywhere, not only between episodes, but in the episode itself. And the same thing happened with Sirius. If you remember, I think most of you probably would remember when Sirius came out in the late 90s to early 2000s, Sirius and XM both started out as premium ad-free radio. That was their fucking pitch, right? You can get on the internet anywhere you go and there's no ads. Within like a fucking year, there were ads on that bitch. You know what I mean? Like it didn't last any amount of time. And the same thing is happening now with all these streaming services. So Netflix started out with no ads. Then they had ads, and then you could pay to get the ads out. And now they keep raising the premium and keeping ads away. So that's the model that they're going to do here. Peacock's going to do it. Fucking Discovery Plus, Disney Plus. They're all going to buy up as much content as they can, put it behind a paywall, and you're going to end up paying for it at some point. Like a lot, right? So I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same thing that happens every time, though. It's happened fucking half a dozen times in different industries now. So that's the game plan. By
the time dude, in 10 years, Dan, we're going to be owned. All of America is going to be owned by about 4 companies.
Yeah, the United States of Disney.
For real, like, dude, Amazon bought MGM. That deal, by the way, the numbers keep changing on it. The last one that was released was $8.5 billion on that. That I saw, but it's like, all right, great. If you're just going to buy up catalogs and get all this other shit, this is going to be way more expensive than cable ever was by the time we're all through with this fucking bullshit.
Well, I mean, peak cable, it was like, if you had the internet plus a pretty good cable package, what was it, like $150 to $175 a month, something like that?
Yeah.
So you're going to get there again, probably, right? If you have Hulu I think Hulu will eventually be cannibalized by Disney Plus, probably sometime in the next 5 years, because that's the same company. Fox owned Hulu, Disney bought Fox. So they own Hulu. Right. I would imagine if at any point they start losing the major contracts they had at Hulu, like, I mean, shit, I was surprised they didn't try to do it. I think it was just too early when Peacock started and robbed The Office, because a lot of people watch The Office there, right? Watch on Netflix as well. They've watched a lot of content from NBC content on Hulu before, like 30 Rock was on there in a big way, a bunch of other shows. So I don't think they were ready back then to do it. But the next time it happens, when they lose viewership because something moves, probably what Disney will do is just fucking move that company over, and it'll all be Disney Plus then. And I don't know what it's going to cost at that point, because they're going to say, well, it's 2-in-1 now, and they're going to combine the two prices and cut 40% off, but you're still paying fucking like 40% more than what you would have before. And they'll just keep incrementally increasing it like that.
Correct. So this is going to go down, they said, by next summer. They're still hammering out the details now. There will be some form of bundle package together with both of these fucking things. Man, if you're looking for like cool new movies and all that other shit, you're going to be fucked, because on a company that big, they're not going to do edgy shit anymore. Like, dude, if you own Discovery Plus, like, which is for moms and kids and shit like that, dude, they gave Fieri the bag, dude. You see how much money he got?
Yeah, $800 million for 3 years of licensing.
80. Yeah,
80,
well, he got 80 million for 3 years for his shows. I don't know what he got for licensing though. All that
who
other
knows?
bullshit
I mean, I know
videos.
Judge Judy got $450 for her content, her licensed content.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
So I'm sure it's a lot. It's probably in that same neighborhood because he had what is Triple D on now? It's like season 28 or some shit.
Yeah. They do a weird thing where they shoot a ton of episodes, but also they'll shoot like 3 seasons in a year.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time. I'm just saying, for seasons of content, it doesn't matter about how long it took them to shoot it. It matters how many actual seasons. They have 33 goddamn seasons. Jesus Christ. So that's commensurate with Judge Judy. Now, it wasn't network, so I doubt it's going to get the same price tag. But $200 million probably, 150 to 200. Easy.
Yeah, look, dude, Fury got the bag. I fucking love Fury, by the way.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, I'd love to have him on the show. I bet he's fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least this time with the transition of power, a lot of the artists are actually getting paid for their work. Like usually it was just cannibalized from one company would buy another and they would just have the rights and move on with their lives. Now at least a lot of people are getting paid, so that's better. That's a better scenario. It'll be unfortunate. I mean, look, somebody will some person will start a new app. Whenever there's a gap in the market, somebody comes and fills that shit up. So somebody's going to come and fill a gap. I mean, podcasts filled the gap for both long form content and edgy content over the last couple of years because it's disappeared from other mediums. Somebody will put that into video in a way, in a scripted way, sometime soon. You would think, right? Because there's money in it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but Fury got that fucking bag, dude. Look good for him.
Yeah.
I always see him partying with like fucking McConaughey and dude, he was at Stallone's house. Hey, whoa. He was at Stallone's house one time cooking lunch with him and Pacino, and I was like, damn, dude. Fury gets down and rages. Who knew that fucking blonde tips was the way to go in flames the rest of your life, and you could just make hundreds of millions of dollars?
Yeah, I don't know how he's survived.
I don't either, man.
I mean, if he's shooting 3 of those diners, drive-ins, and dives seasons in 1 year, that means he's going to what does he do? Like 3 restaurants per city per episode?
Per day. So like when
something?
he was in Wilmington, he was there when you and I were there.
Yeah.
In Wilmington, North Carolina. And I know he shot for 2 days at 6 restaurants, 3 restaurants a day. And I know Fork and Cork ended up on there, and then I didn't see the other ones till 6 months later or whatever it is. Because you could knock those out pretty quickly. But how do you eat that much food and stay alive? I was watching an old episode of Man vs. Food.
Oh yeah, that dude had to quit.
He was like, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Here's why I love that guy though. Adam something, I forget what his last name is, but
Richmond.
He fucking won Adam Richmond. He won every goddamn challenge.
Not
the new
everyone,
guy
but a
can't
lot.
fucking do shit.
He did a lot, yeah. He did.
I got a new guy now. He's got red hair. He's pretty decent. But he doesn't win any of those fucking things.
I haven't seen that one. Back to the Fury thing. I'm doing math. So they do 13 episode seasons, and if he's doing 3 restaurants per episode, that's 13 times 3, and then if he did 3 seasons in 1 year, that's times 3 again. That's 117 days. I'm sorry, that's 117 really fucked up, fatty ass, disgusting meals he ate. I wonder how that compares to the average person. Probably similar, right? I mean, that's like a third a year. You probably eat bullshit a third
one
a
would
year.
imagine, man. Fuck.
That's just a lot of fucking stress to put. Plus all the travel and shit he has to do. Plus from what we understand, he fucking parties too. Maybe he's immortal.
Who knows, dude? I mean, shit. Either that or he's on a fucking treadmill every single second he's not eating all that shit. Because it's, damn, now that you put it that way, just going through how many fucking restaurants that guy does. God damn, man. I'm surprised he hasn't had a fucking heart attack. The other guy had to call it quits. He was just like, look, man, I'm going to die.
Yeah. There's no way.
but it was fun to watch though. Holy shit. Yeah, I got sucked into that shit the other day, man. I watched him back to back. Fucking, it was a 5-pound cheeseburger, and then it was something like 3 pounds worth of fries. Like it was gnarly, dude. And he ate the whole fucking thing.
I mean, it sounds awesome, but
look, I'd love to give it a go. Have you done it? Have you done one of those food competitions?
no, I don't care enough about anything to do that. Look,
Yeah,
no.
I did it once because it was mandatory for football in high school, and I was like, man, there's no fucking point in doing this shit.
No, I don't. I like to enjoy things, so I don't like something that's so hot that it causes me problems. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to fucking have gastric distress or whatever the fuck. That's weird that anybody would even want that shit. No, I like to enjoy food. So
Yeah. I'm all good on the fucking food challenges. I forgot to tell you a weird one right before I left town on Thursday. They're finishing up the house. We were supposed to move back in yesterday, and then the flight got canceled. But fucking, we had this huge dumpster that's been out in our driveway for like 4 months at this point.
right.
And we're throwing things out from the flood and everything else. And there's been a bunch of people working on the house. Well, they've asked if they could like pick through things and like sell them or whatever. And I'm like, dude, do whatever you want. I really don't care. Before I got on the plane Thursday, there was one thing that was outside the trash can that I was like, what the fuck? Are they taking that? It was a gorilla suit. So you and I had done some Halloween special. I forgot what it was, but it was either I was going to go as one thing or wear the gorilla suit. Well,
Yeah.
we chucked it. It was like, I don't know, $15 or something from Walmart.
I think I was
the fuck we got.
I think I was the Grinch, maybe.
Yeah, I think you
Or
were
was
the
that
Grinch.
something else? That may have been the teddy bear that I wore.
Oh
actually,
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, whatever we bought this gorilla suit for was outside of the thing, and I was like, oh, are you? There was a guy over there. I was like, are you gonna take the gorilla costume? And he goes, well, I've been thinking about it, and I was just like, all right. I was like, hey, dude, no shame. Take the fucking gorilla suit. I don't care. Enjoy yourself. Like, enjoy your life. It's an awesome thing. It's weird to pick it out of a trash can to fucking take it, but I'm sure if you washed it, it would be fine. It didn't even dawn on me that Harambe, the 5th anniversary was Friday. Maybe he took it for that. So,
Well,
if
I
he
mean,
did, he did.
Yeah, if he did, respect, because if anyone deserves your respect, it's Harambe. A lot of people don't know Harambe's first name was Justin. His name is Justin Harambe, right? It's his last name. I don't know why they would name a fucking gorilla Justin, but whatever. Seems weird to me.
Justin Edwin Harambe.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird.
That was the full name of the thing. There was a baseball team that did all jerseys with Harambe on it.
Yeah,
It
I
was a
saw
minor
that.
league
That's
baseball
pretty
team.
funny. Minor league baseball is amazing, especially like AA baseball. They get away with so much weird shit. Actually, AA anything, ECHL hockey, which is the AA of hockey, and AA baseball are two like my favorite things. One, in ECHL hockey, they just fucking destroy each other all the time. Like it is I think mostly about the fighting, because people in the ECHL aren't usually. You go through like people in the AHL are bouncing back and forth between the pros or the major leagues, if you want to call it that, the NHL. But typically ECHL guys are kind of like there just in case of emergency, and they're just fucking wrecking each other all the time. It's awesome. And they also have all these weird ass the teams to get fans to come to the games. Have all these weird ass promotions. That's one of my favorite things about minor league baseball. Like this shit, they should sell that goddamn jersey. I would buy it right now. They could sell if they took that jersey and fucking put it on Reddit and started a fucking thing about it. They would sell 10 million of those goddamn jerseys.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Dude, the yard beers.
Yeah.
Everybody's been posting those. That's the beauty of minor league baseball. You can get super fucked up. I don't know what's going on with the NBA, where apparently people just can't drink anymore because they keep throwing shit at the players. But
what the fuck is up with the fan who ran onto the court? Man, that guy. We got to get fucking Terry Tate, office linebacker, back. We need somebody when people do stupid shit like that. Like I'm not a fan of that because it's such close quarters. If you're gonna run onto a baseball field or a fucking football field or whatever, typically you don't even come close to any of the players. You know what I mean? If you run into a basketball court, there isn't a whole lot of space out there. You know what I mean? You're actually putting people at risk at that point. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this protect our players movement because up until yesterday they were protecting them from like popcorn, which I'm pretty sure you can't die from unless you're like George Bush and you choke on pretzels. You know what I mean? Like when there has to be a hashtag about protect our players when people are getting popcorn dumped on them, man, you really need to go. You guys started it. Malice at the Palace, bro. You guys started it.
Yeah.
You got some retribution coming. But for real, things used to be a lot worse in sports. I mean, holy shit. These dudes, when's the last time somebody fucking chucked a battery out of the field? You know what I mean?
It's been a while,
even
man,
in
but
Philly,
it's coming.
not that bad.
I don't know why the NBA, that's the weird one for me, where like most of those NBA arenas aren't at full capacity. Maybe that's it. And they're just like, well, nobody's around me. Fuck it. I'll just chuck a water bottle at Kyrie Irving. He's getting charged, by the way, for assault with a deadly weapon. I didn't know when water could kill you, but like a water bottle, but it can now, I guess.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's not going to stick.
I don't think so. But shit's getting wild at basketball games. That guy got tackled the fuck out of, by the way.
Yeah, he
roped to the floor. I don't know what his intent was. It's not like football where you can just go streaking for a good, 100 yards or something like that.
No,
like
you can make it
basketball court's
fucking like
pretty small.
10 feet. That's what I'm saying. There's nowhere to fucking go. And there's more, I mean, per square foot, there's probably more security at a basketball game than any other professional sporting event, if I had to guess. Maybe boxing is more because of the different layers of the crowd. There's like the floor area where there's, people that are out there, a lot of celebrities and a lot of fucking politicians and shit like that. If you remember when Khabib jumped over the fucking cage, the governor of Nevada was there, right? And they had to rush his ass out through the tunnel. I don't know why. I don't know if he thought Khabib had something to do with him or whatever. Maybe he was talking shit. Who knows? But yeah, it's where do you go on a basketball court? Like all those dudes in fucking suits that are standing around the court during the game and especially during timeouts and shit. Those are very well paid security officers. Most of those guys that work for the NBA on the floor are dudes that were either in law enforcement or Secret Service or some shit like that. They get paid a fuckload of money to protect those players. Why? Like how? I've been pretty drunk in my life. I got to be honest. I've been so drunk that I've forgotten where I was or who I was. But I've never been so fucking drunk that I thought it was a good idea to try to run out onto a fucking basketball court during a game, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, man, but that guy got nuked. It was fun to see. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about this Cuomo book that sold for $5.1 million. Mm-hmm. I want to give everybody a quick update on that. If you wondered if it was making any money, the answer is no. It's I just looked at the numbers here. It's only sold around 45,000 copies. So it turns out that is a massive bust for them. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's too bad.
45,000 copies for Cuomo. And then, Fauci's getting a new book. He's going to get a book as well. I don't know what the fuck it'd be awesome if it was just a fucking huge flip-flop on it.
Yeah. I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. But I mean, at this point, who's going to buy the book? I mean, is it in, I flew this weekend, but I didn't really pay attention. Is it in airports?
Yeah, let's see. Cuomo's?
Yeah.
Man, I have not seen it anywhere. And I wonder if it's one of those things where the publisher just got embarrassed because you can short an order for sure. And you can say, hey, dude, I'm not, you're obligated to put X amount of copies out. But, maybe it was one of those like, hey, we're just going to send 3 of these out and kind of see what happens. And then just take the loss on this one because shit, man. But yeah, this Dr. Fauci one. Yeah, he's got a fucking children's book. Dr. Fauci, How a Boy from Brooklyn Became America's Doctor. That's coming out June 28th. So if you're bored or
that's actually,
or maybe you want to kill yourself,
that's on
that last push
on my baby's registry. So if somebody wants to,
oh yeah, We'll get into that in just a second. Asshole. It's gonna be
Do you have a registry, Bob? Where is it?
I do, but I don't know where it is.
I don't know where it is either, except for it's in my fucking inbox.
Is it really?
Yeah. I've been invited to your fucking baby shower, and I'm coming, bitch.
That's
Yeah. No. You say it like that. Your wife probably invited me, or whomever the woman that set the whole thing up probably invited me because she thought that's the right thing to do. I'm going to let you know right now she made a mistake. All right? I'm showing up and ruining the whole thing.
That's fine.
It's going to be awesome.
I didn't get an invite, dude. Does she not want me there?
It's in Jesse's email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her name was on it somewhere.
What?
When is it, Bob?
July 10th.
Oh, perfect. All right. Yeah, we'll be there. What do you want personally, Bob, for this baby of yours?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I leave literally all of that to my fucking wife, and the baby's like adorable but useless for like the first year, right? Like, what can I get it that we've already got its like life support sock, the one that like gives me its fucking EKG, like heartbeat reading and shit. I already got a crib.
By the way, none of that is necessary.
I just want technology to keep my baby alive.
Yeah, this is first time dad shit here. You can't fucking. This is like telling somebody not to date a crazy girl. It's never gonna work.
Yeah, I
I'm
am
gonna do it every goddamn time.
Just lots of meds for my wife. Really, that's all I really care about. Just to make her chilled out as a mom, so I don't get like a text like once a day, be like something's wrong with the baby. So just maybe like a Costco bucket of Xanax.
Man, that'd be great. There also should be a baby registry though for dudes, like shit that you want that like other people aren't going to get you. Like first uniform, what are you going with?
First what? Uniform?
Yeah, are you gonna get him like a little baby uniform?
Oh yeah, probably some Mizzou shit just to like prepare him for life as a loser.
Yeah, that's smart. I lost a bet on ours to shit. I think it was Kaylin Cothran in Drinkin Bros. My second child's first football outfit had to be a Notre Dame outfit, and I took a picture and had to post it on social media.
Yeah, that's no good. Anyone, if any of Courtney's relatives give us Longhorn shit, that's going right in the trash.
Did she go to Texas?
No, she went to Missouri with me, but they're just Texans. They're all Texans. So I feel, one of them might fucking be like, "Hey, Texas," and I'm like, "No, that's in the fucking garbage." I can deal with like some Cowboys shit or like a Houston Astros thing, and that's fine. I can deal with that. But like, you give me the Texas college stuff, that's going away.
Yeah. Timmy D is saying the only baby thing you need is a baby Brezza. I don't know what a Brezza is actually. We'll have to look that up. What a baby Brezza is. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm looking it up now.
Oh, it's like a formula thing. Heats it up. It looks like a fucking what do you call it? It looks like a coffee machine for babies.
Fuck, that's genius. What do you put the fucking powder in it and then that pumps out into the bottle?
Yeah, it looks like a little coffee pod machine. What the fuck do you call those?
Oh, Keurig?
Yeah, it looks like a Keurig. It looks like a K-cup for formula.
That's really weird.
Boy, that's fucking genius. I need one of those things right goddamn now. How much does one of those things go for?
Dude, it's only like $200.
I mean,
so you just get like a Similac K-cup?
Dude, I guess, man. This is what it looks like.
That makes a lot of sense to me, actually. I don't know
dude,
why
this is fucking altering my mind right now. If I knew this existed, holy shit. It's a pain in the ass making that shit, man. I am actually all in with Timmy D on this one. That is, yes, get that if you can. Fucking A. Formula maker?
Yeah, because I'm the one that's 100% going to have to deal with this at like 3 a.m. So whatever makes it fucking easier.
Yeah, I mean, what's the prep time? Does it say?
Oh shit! No, dude, I'm looking at it right now. Pop that up on screen if you can, Bob. I don't know if it's possible because I'm on Zoom today, but
it's up.
Yeah, dude, you just put the formula on the top of this shit, and then boom, it pops it out for you. Fuck me, dude. How have I lived this long with 2 kids and not know this was a goddamn thing? I would have bought this day one, dude.
I think I would have fucking killed myself if I had to heat baby formula in like 1958. I'm so happy that I live now.
Man.
Yeah,
Like,
that doesn't sound fun.
that sounds fucking miserable. It's 3 a.m. You turn the fucking stove on. Yeah, if this isn't on the registry, I'm sending this to my wife right now. Whichever listener said that, fucking thank you. That is fantastic.
Timmy D, dude, for the win. My God, that's a fucking genius. Put that guy on Shark Tank. Fuck, dude. This should be getting way more press than it's getting. My God, man. If I had to ask what this is, son of a bitch, dude. That's a real man of genius right there. Fuck. Somebody's saying on here that it was on he bought one on Facebook, or he sold one on Facebook Marketplace for 150 bones. Good job.
I'm trying to find
Angry.
the goddamn.
That seems like a lot. I don't know if I'd buy like used breast milk shit on. I mean, I guess it's formula, but
Oh, it's got a fucking reservoir at the top, like a hopper, and you pour the formula in it, and it just adds whatever, and then heats it up. I see.
Genius.
But I mean, honestly, I've never made formula before. It's just like dry powder, right? That you reconstitute with hot water. So,
Hot water and that's it, man.
So why would you not-
you want it half hot, half cold. So like I'm assuming they simulate it for you and it just comes out the perfect temperature.
yeah,
but
probably. I mean, the machine's going to get it right more frequently than you in a microwave or a fucking stove is going to get it right.
right in the middle of the night as you're filled with hate.
yeah, because then you have to squirt it on your arm to make sure you're not burning the shit out of that baby's mouth, which has happened, dude. God damn it, Timmy D. You changed my mind today.
Yeah.
My life.
This is the only thing that sucks about this is it makes me angry. I'm not raising a baby 50 years from now when I can just have Wall-E fucking robots from that spaceship do everything.
Now,
While
we'll
I-
be growing kids by then. We're not going to fucking do all that bullshit. We'll pick them off trees
Oh, nice.
when they're like, 18.
Do you fuck the tree?
I wasn't,
Oh, dude,
wasn't
full
even thinking
fucking
about that,
CRISPR,
but now
dude.
I sure am, yeah. Now I'm going to go find a tree today and start work.
Full CRISPR. I was listening to Andrew Schultz, by the way, his show the other day, yesterday or the day before. He was talking about the Elliot Page like shredded body that we were talking about last week. He had a great point. He goes, look, if her body is that fucking dope, imagine what that new ding dong's gonna be like. You know, if you're a rich ass celebrity who can afford a sweet cock like that,
Did they figure out have they figured out the fucking gene sequencing for making your dick big yet?
no, not yet, but they will. Again, CRISPR. That CRISPR shit, man, is gonna be here. But like, dude, yeah, I want to see Elliot Page's dick.
Yeah. What are they going to 3D print that bitch or what?
I'm not sure, man, but
Can't we? Isn't there? Bob, look this up. Isn't there a way to 3D print organic material now or some shit? Or they're working towards that effect. I've read something.
Yeah,
about
like
this
a rubber
recently.
ding dong or like a fucking
No,
leg.
but organic material, like actual flesh.
There's only been one successfully bioprinted organ so far. It was a bladder.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting close.
Yeah,
Right
so,
area.
I mean, we should be able to 3D print cocks for everybody. You know what I mean? Why not? Anybody that wants one, or a bigger one if you need one, or whatever. Different color, who cares? I mean, maybe you want to experience life a little bit. Variety is the spice of life, right? So maybe I want to rock, a different shaped dick for the rest of my life. Or maybe once you reach a certain age, you want to get your fucking dick reduced in size. See, because if you're not using it anymore, you just got to use it to piss that shit out of the way. You don't need a fucking giant hog.
That's what I said about balls, dude. Like, what are you gonna do with like huge plum balls? I got into a fucking argument about this. I was like, dude, I don't care if my nuts were the size of like raisins. Like, they're like, oh, you do steroids, you're gonna fucking your nuts are gonna shrink. Good. What the fuck do I need a huge set of balls for?
Yeah, I feel like once you've had your children, then you need to fucking get it out of there. Get that stuff out.
Or I'd go a uniball if I could still nut. Like, I'd go full Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
I mean, yeah, you only need to carry one around. What the fuck do you need two balls for? There's all these old men who are sitting on their old balls because your fucking sack, elongates over time. Like, fuck that, bro. I'd like to get a sack reduction too.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you buy a starter home, right, and you have some kids, you buy a bigger one, then your kids move out and you go back down to a normal size house afterwards. Why can't you do the same thing with your dick and your balls? I don't understand what the fucking problem is here.
I don't get it, and I don't like it, and I hope that becomes a new thing. And then, dude, I'm gonna buy this goddamn I'm gonna buy that Brezza as soon as we get off the fucking phone. I'm still making formula, Bob. Kid's 2 years old. You know?
Oh shit! Yeah, get that thing. Get that thing, and then just get a Roomba to send it to his room, and you're fucking good.
Yeah, or Judy. Or no, what was the fucking robot from the Jetsons?
Yeah, it was Judy. I
Judy,
think.
yeah,
Judy.
Yeah, that's what you need. Robot Mexicans.
Yeah,
Or Guatemalans if you're the fucking, what was that dude's name? Ernie Carrick. Remember that? He was going to be the national security advisor, and he got fucking hemmed up for having a Guatemalan nanny.
Ugh,
Like, who the fuck else would you have as a nanny?
it happens to everyone.
I'm trying to get my white children some cultural experience here, for fuck's sake. Let's get to the Drinking Bro of the Week. I got shit to do.
We should, yes.
I've got one right here, actually.
Huntimer from Wisconsin, member of Drinking Bros for 7 years, dude, since our inception. Is nominating Cassie Huntimer. Reason for the nomination, my name is Auntie. Oh, dude, he fucking spelled it out. I like that. I say that all the time. Andy Huntemeyer. So, or Huntimer. So he did spell out Hunt-mer. Way to go, dude. That way I don't fuck it up. But I already fucked it up. I've been a Drinking Bro since basically the beginning. Our anniversary is June 4th, and I'd like to nominate my wife of 11 years and mother of our 3 children, Cassie. And she's been a Drinking Broette for a little less than a year for Drinking Broette of the Week. You bet, dude. You're good to go on that one. Cheers. Cheers to you guys. That's great.
Yeah, I got another one. We got some gifts over the weekend.
Oh, what do we get?
So this is from Chad Latshaw, which is Latsha, and he actually pronounced Latshaw in parentheses and then put your name and some laughing stuff next to it because he probably rightfully assumed you'd get it wrong. On Instagram, his name is EC_rustic_art. So that's Echo Charlie _rustic_art. He made this lovely piece of wood for me right here with a middle finger at APAC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Burned
Holy
into
shit.
it. This is really dope. And then he also made the mug logo on here, right? So thank you for that.
Yeah. We will put those up on the set. Cheers. Cheers to you guys. You guys are doing what? The Monday morning sports show, so stay tuned for that. Hop on over to Drinking Bros Sports. And Giorgio is out in L.A. with Matthew McConaughey. They're recording this afternoon for Icebreakers. So we got to jump off and let them do the Zoom over there. So that'll be fun in a couple weeks. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review on Drinking Bros. It really, really helps keep us in the charts. We've been in the charts almost 6 years now. And that is all because of you guys. We are unbelievably grateful. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinking Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.